Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to show you guys how I organized and decluttered my hall pantry. This is the pantry in my house. We have two pantries. We have one for kind of the foods that we use every day, and then I have this pantry in the hall that we keep our spices and all of our baking goods in, and that is what I'm showing you today. It was way overdue. I wanted to show you guys how I organized and decluttered this, and I'll show you what I used and the cheap organizational tips that I have. So I'm showing you guys the before here. I just wanted to show you, we keep the spices in the doors, and although we were running out of room there, so we have spices kind of randomly strolled throughout this pantry. There is stuff everywhere. There's my daughter's Play-Doh is in there. It's on the bottom. We keep all of that on the bottom of this pantry. We have just, baking goods. I can't get to anything in this pantry, and it was driving me crazy. It was overdue, way overdue for a declutter. I cannot even get over the stuff that I found in this pantry. You'd think I had never decluttered it, which I have. I usually do about at least once a year. I try to do it twice, but it had been a while. So I started here. I came in and just got a trash bag and wanted to go through all of these spices in the door, and then went through the ones that were in the pantry. Guys, I went through this, and like I said, I have decluttered this closet before. I don't know what in the world. We've been in this house for about 5 years at least now, and you would think that I never would have touched this closet even when we moved here, but I found spices that had expired. I thought it was crazy that I found one that expired in 2013, but no, I found one from 2007. It was ridiculous. The only explanation I can find is that my husband, he's a cook and he works in a restaurant, and maybe he told me at one point that spices don't necessarily go bad, they just lose their flavoring. That's the only thing I can think of why in the world I would have spices in there that expired in 2007. This is 2018, guys. I mean, ridiculous. So anything that was expired I tossed. That's really pretty much everything that I threw away, unless it was just absolute junk. I'm trying to move things to our garage. That's going to be the last thing. I'm going to have this big declutter series. This is definitely the first of many declutter series that I'm going to go through, because we are getting our house ready to sell eventually. It's not anytime in the near future, but our plans are to move from Tennessee to Florida. So we are working on that right now, and I'm decluttering all of our closets. It's taken a little longer than we expected, but we are going to be ending up in Florida, so we're just going through all of our closets, and then we're going to work our way to the garage. So I wanted to move things out to the garage that we can sell in a yard sale, but in this declutter I mostly threw things away. So I pulled everything out of the pantry to try to kind of pull it all together. I put it all on the floor, the things that I wanted to pull out and kind of reorganize and find a better spot for. So we had so many grocery bags. I try to keep those to reuse, for kind of recycle as different trash bags for my little trash cans in our bathroom. And so I had to pile those up to take and recycle, because we had way too many that I never would use. So I got rid of a bunch of those to recycle, and I just pulled out all of this stuff to allow me to put it back in there a little bit easier. So then I started just going through and figuring out where I wanted everything and how I wanted to organize it. I tried to have some rhyme or reason to this pantry. I tried to put things, similar things together. So this is just me trying to pull things out and make sense of everything. And then I went through my daughter's Play-Doh. We have 2 baskets, and one is just full of Play-Doh. I went through, and any of them that were really old and dried out I threw away, which was at least half of them. And then the other basket, I have all of their little Play-Doh accessories, so they're little toys that go with the Play-Doh, and I put them in Ziploc bags and try to keep those organized, so they know that in this corner of the pantry they can come and get that Play-Doh, and they're usually pretty good about putting it all back the way it's stored. So I wanted to show you guys, I went to the Dollar Tree and I got some really cheap baskets. You can get these, they're 2 for $1. It comes with a 2-pack, and I didn't use much of these baskets in this pantry, but I'll use these in our other pantry for snacks and things like that, or just organizing the food. But in this pantry, the black bins that I show, I use those mostly, and those were at $1. So they're awesome if you want to try to keep things together in your pantry and make it look a little bit more organized. I love those. So next, I pulled everything out off of the carpet and the floor, and I just grabbed my Dyson and vacuumed the floor because it had been a while since that was pulled out, and I wanted to get that carpet clean. So I put everything back on the bottom, tried to put the little appliances and things, like we have cupcake pans and things like that I put on the bottom, along with the Play-Doh. I put our food processor and waffle maker, the bigger kitchen items on the bottom, and then of course I always wash those before I use them because they sit in there for so long and I never know if they've just gathered dust, you know, and they're sitting on the floor, so I like to wash those before I use them. But then I just started going through the spice rack and reorganizing all of the spices that were left. So as you can see, I emptied like 1.5 bags of trash from this pantry, which was crazy. So I emptied those. This is the bottom. Like I said, I just put all this stuff on the bottom. Just tried to make things nice and neat. I found a bunch of straws, like little twisty plastic straws that we had. So I put that in a basket along with our paper straws that I have usually for birthday parties, but I'll keep those if the girls want to use straws instead of throwing them away. Of course, we can use those. And any plastic cutlery, and then I put to the left of it all of the baking goods. And then I put all of our flour and sugar and salt together, and I left all of our oils on the top. And then I organized, like I said, I organized that spice rack. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I sure did enjoy doing it. It's such a good feeling to declutter things that we know are just going crazy behind those closed doors. So I really enjoyed decluttering this. Like I said, this is going to be a series, so make sure you subscribe if you want to see more of me decluttering these pantries and my closets. I'm going to do all of our closets. I'm going to do all of our pantries. My laundry room will probably be next because I did that same night. So yeah, please make sure to subscribe if you like these videos. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great rest of the day.